Mm-hmm. What's up, crew? They think it's a game and shit. See, now I just relocated. Now I got an open window, so I'm gonna send this frequency out there in the air because I'm an LFO. Go ahead. It's a part of the program. So I'll just move away from the door slamming. I'll get some of this ambience of the world transients. How about that? And now, since now the window's open, now my transients gotta go out in the universe. Because there's one verse. And this verse is going to be a curse. And let me tell you something. I'm going to get back to this lesson. Now I'm going to auto-load this shit. I got 2 memory cards now on deck right now for this purpose. I'm talking shit to the conscious web. And we're going to get into a conscious web lesson tonight. Because I'm about to bust this magic shit all the way down and how it works. With the water on the brain, when I break this shit down, I'm going to tell you how you actually do have telepathy, but it's against your own will. But before that, I'm going to continue talking a little bit of noise, because that's what I got to do right now. I got 2 memory cards. I got one thing loading up from the last time you cut me off. Got people out there out in the hall acting stupid. Go ahead. That's fine. While that one's loading up, I'm going to do this tape. And when that one's done loading and this one's done, this one's going to be loading. I'm going to be dropping another one. So now, since you want to spark me up like a fire, I'm a firing pin. It's going to be a minigun autoloader session. I'm going to just keep uploading shit. Our bills paid, motherfucker. So now what? I did it by the book. What you going to do? I did it by the book. What can you do? What can you say? Nothing. Because if I'm playing by the rules, what am I doing wrong? Not unless the rules are rigged under my nose and I wouldn't know any better. Now, isn't that how the game goes? Yeah, conscious web. I know. LFO. I'm gonna give off this low frequency oscillation. But let me talk about this LFO stuff and this water on the brain. Water on the brain, your ventricles open up. That's how you get water on the knee. And water on different parts of the body. Water goes there. There's different types of fluid. And this fluid would have to be a derivative of cerebral spinal fluid. Because if it gets in joints, joints are what? The connection of bones, ligaments, and tissues. Now, if you have water on the brain, okay, that gives you a second type of consciousness. Now, when you speak to water, you program the water. Okay? Whatever transients are going into the water, whether they are even thoughts, it programs that. The LEL process is the thought projection or electricity thought of internal sound and light. Okay, so what I'm saying is we in fact do have telepathy, but we just don't realize it. Well, some of us do. Let's put it like this. We're walking antennas. I showed you that before. Your hair's an antenna. Alright. We're walking antennas right here. I'm just a little imitation crow, buddy. Alright. Walking antennas. Okay, and then we have the waters in our body. Now, all water is conscious. All water is programmable. That's why you can get these retarded hydrocarbons that just fight and slap each other retarded. Alright, that's why they have no value of their flesh pack that they're in. They just do detrimental stuff to themselves. It's like water is unstable. It swishes and swashes and flows around. And then if it's programmed with bad transients, I mean, come on, it's only self-destructive. Look, consider like this. Consider this from a poetic view. A tsunami, or like a water storm at sea, a maelstrom. Consider that the water acting out. Consider that the water actually speaking in the most belligerent manner. Okay, that's the equivalent of these hydrocarbon idiots smacking each other. Unstable waters, storms at sea, it's a maelstrom. That's the transient of the water speaking. That's the water and the wind. You know, that's the water actually speaking back. But in a very, very detrimental, unstable manner. Okay? Now, since water is conscious, and it's like a telepathic consciousness. When you're on a certain frequency, you have to understand that water in itself is, well, salt water is NaH2O. Okay, and probably a lot of other chemicals because the sea is not really pure. There's been all types of oil spills over the decades and stuff and centuries and whatnot. All right, so you got that going on. But water, salt water is NaH2O. Okay, hydrofluoro water, that's H2F2O. So it's hydrogen fluoric or fluoride. That would be a liquid. And then the oxygen. Maybe oxygen. I don't even know if that can exist in such a place with those two chemicals. I don't know, but we're talking about tainted water. So if your brain is sitting in that type of a solution, you see it's at a certain frequency. Plus your brain is in a state of fission, where the cells are dividing. How could something stay bonded with it when it's in something that is not exactly what you would want to call a coagulant and just a solution to encase something soft? And your brain basically virtually becomes like literally an amoeba, because it's only sitting in a little bit of brain blood barrier fluid in the protoplasm. That's not really water. It's not like a watery solution. Protoplasm's thick, like it contains plasma and blood. It's a blood brain barrier. Hello. So with that said, because of that, the water in your brain distributes the stuff through your body, which is LEL processing. And that's why I wanted to get into before I was so rudely interrupted by slamming doors, throwing me off frequency. That's the frequency that people get on. See, because not only okay, water hears you whether you thinking or you speaking. It's conscious. It becomes programmed. These people can hear what I'm doing through walls, or they can feel the frequency. It's a frequency. So if you're a walking antenna, if you're not a part of that, that is foreign. What happens when you get germs in your body? Antibodies attack it. Okay, exactly. This is what happens. So I know what it is. You have to be very, very aware of these things. These things happen very, very, very minute and acute, but they can happen on a grandiose scale too. When it becomes grandiose, that means you're obviously a serious problem. But when it's minute like this, or it becomes gradually turning up, it's because you're turning up. And I'm going to turn it up. I already told you that. I'm going to turn it up till I burn it up. There's no stopping it. As Big Bro say, there's no way you can stop this. And the more you try to stop this process, you only speed it up. Because I'm going to get this. I'm going to cop this. Because I'm humbly begging the universe and the creators to give it to me. Because I promise to use this. What do you use a hammer for? You ring bells with a hammer. That's what hammers are for. You use hammers to shape metals and shape things and form stuff like a blacksmith does with his hammer, his mallet. You know what I'm saying? But this one's going to be infused with some electricity and some EL power, and we gotta get to creating some shit. And that's called heaven on earth. And to rid this earth of this fucking sick ass virus that people are on, because the water on the brain is a dual consciousness. Okay, then that water goes through the body, which is carbon, which absorbs water. So now you're wet. You're a wet solid. You're a wet solid that has You're a wet solid with consciousness. Programmed all throughout you. And then melanin plays a big key into that. Everybody has melanin. Doesn't matter the color. We all have it. It's a water element. It has magical properties. It reacts to sound and light. So, martial arts and stuff, that's the projection of the LEL process throughout your nervous system. That's why people can throw chi or ki, however you want to call it. They would like to demonize martial arts learning. I remember when I was coming up, my rays would tell me, oh yeah, learning martial arts is bad, it's demon, blah blah blah. Ah, man, no. All they do is unlock the hidden potential of the human body and brain. Why do you think Shaolin Temple to this day is still standing proud, even as the rest of the world corrupts? Because you're not going to go there and defile that. They will straight up smash your brain in. And if you go there and try to tamper with them, they will show you what superhuman is all about. I'm guaranteeing you that. I promise you that. This shit has never been shut down or destroyed, and it's not going to be. I'm telling you that. Because if people in physical form and think you're going to go there and do it, I'm telling you, they're going to rearrange your whole entire skeletal system in order to make you a new man or a woman. Whatever you think you run, I don't care how powerful you think you are. You're not going to go there, and you're not going to send anyone there. And if you do, you're going to send them with guns because you're pussies. You're not going to send any real manpower there to go hand to hand with those superhuman monks. I know you're not. Which is why they still do what they do, because you know what time it is. And they're controlling elements. That's geomancy. They do it organically. Everything at Shaolin is done organic, man. So go there and play games if you want, man. You'll come remade. You'll get broken and remade very, very fast there. Guaranteed. So the degradation of the rest of the world, you know, it's crazy. I'll say that too. I don't understand how that place stands so firm in all of this corruption. You would think that they would have been corrupted by now, but no, they stand firm. I commend them for that. That's like great. That's like awesome to me. I think that is like one of the most wonderful things that still remained like organically the same on this planet, not augmented in any shape, form, or fashion. Like that's tradition and rituals that have not been broken, and that's the problem with today. This stupid ass water on the brain shit got your magic ability all fucked up. You're all cyborged out. The water on your brain puts the different frequency, and then when you're a light bearer, people can pick up on that, and that's why people slam doors out my in a hallway, and hit walls running past and repeatedly do a boom, 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 and, try to get me flustered. So that's why I got this window open, because I know all these transients, the air carries sound. It doesn't matter if this shit only goes out the window a little bit past my wall. Guess what? Once sound cannot be heard anymore, it's still traveling. It is now turned into an LFO, something you normally can't hear unless you make it a sound source on a synthesizer. I have videos on that, on the Waldorf Blowfield hacks and tutorials on this channel. You can use LFOs as sound sources. However, LFOs are usually used to give off frequencies. That's like telepathy. LFOs, telepathy is using LFOs. The ability, okay, let me break down what telepathy is. You know how when you listen to your own self speak in your head and you hear your own thoughts? You're being telepathic with yourself. So if other people had real telepathy, they would be hearing your inner LFO, your inner transient. They'd be able to hear it, and you'd be able to communicate with them and contact other people via thinking. Now that skill is kind of still in our brains, but it lies dormant. When you dream about people, they're thinking about you while you're asleep, guaranteed. And if you think about someone and they end up calling you, you can guarantee that they could feel that. That's why they called you, or you could feel them that they were about to call you. It's like almost like a summoning. It's like a summoning, okay? When you like telepathy, even like plant communication and shit. That's like telepathy. That's why you can't hear them. They speak on a very low frequency oscillation, like the speed of 2. Plants can go very, very long distances with that LFO, just like microwaves. But plant LFOs are like plant microwaves. It's just natural. It doesn't irradiate your body and cause the fluid on your brain to react. In hydrogen fluoride, fluid obviously is going to react to some type of microwaves, and then if you're a light bearer, you give off a frequency. This is why that stuff happens. You know what I mean? I'm telling you that. So basically all that's like martial arts and all that shit, like they would like to demonize that shit. I mean, there ain't nothing evil about Shaolin. They just know how to project that chi and control that LEL process. That's why they're superhuman. You know what I'm saying? That's why they remain stoically fucking firm and original and relevant today. I mean, it's just simple and plain to see. So, being stripped of your divinity is basically all it is. It boils down to that. The world was stripped of its divinity, and then you're stripped of your divinity. Your jewels are your color spectrum light centers. They go from the reddish brown to red to orange to yellow to green to blue to purple. Okay, those would represent jewels. red being ruby, purple being amethyst, green being like an emerald. The earth, I don't know what that could be. Many different. That could be many different things. I mean, topaz would be orange, and yellow. I don't know what that would be either. Purple would be like amethyst or some type of heavy type of. There's so many crystals. I don't know all the names of them, but those are your jewel centers, and the precious metals. You've already lost your crown. You lost the wiring to your crown. So what happens? The jewels are within yourself, and the crown isn't just on your head, dude. The crown was an adornment. You were adorned in jewels. Okay, remember back in the day, it was like jewel, like they were adorned. You were adorned in jewels. You know, if we come from angelic lineage and silica based, where crystal technology stuff like this was used, come on, man, you were adorned in this type of stuff. You were made of this. It was in your body. Your blood was different. Everything about you was completely different. And you definitely didn't have fluid on the brain. And being an LFO was relevant and prevalent in life. And now, you're an LFO just by verbally. And people are so dumbed down, they think the sound only goes out as far as you can hear it. No. After it goes beyond your hearing, it's still traveling. Sound is energy, just like light. It has to flow. Sound doesn't really get bound up. It flows into your head and then throughout your body when you have headphones on. If you turn on music, it fills up the room. Sound doesn't just stay in the corner where you're listening to it. Are you fucking serious? All this shit is basic quantum physics, alchemy, all broken down to where a kindergarten kid can understand. And once you you know what I mean, or overstand, and once you get this word shit down packed, expand your vocabulary, exercise your body and mind, put your brain and body under time under tension, tut mentality, you'll be able to tap into the hidden potential of your own human technology. However, there are limitations to the corruption of the carbon 666 flesh body, which is why you have to get back to the silicon body somehow, some way. I'm not saying go eat silicone, because I doubt that that's healthy. But I don't know, man. We'll have to work on that. Well, I'm on the case. Man. I got a magnifying glass. I'm steady to the ground. I am steady to the ground, man. And we'll procure the secrets, man. I'm telling you that. That's what we do when we're students. We procure the secrets, man, because that's what you should aim to be the best student that you can be. And if you're going to be cracking a code to reality, I mean, then I think you should take it very seriously. So like I said, I'll catch you on the flip. I hope this is enlightening. And I told you motherfuckers out here, I'm not going to stop. You see it? I know you're watching. I'm going to get it. And I swear by all that is holy still left on this corrupt ass earth, I'm going to slam this shit in the name of righteousness. And I don't give a fuck if you don't like this shit. Crowtown, bitch.